Okay, welcome everybody. We are doing another recipe. This is actually part of a presentation thing I'm planning on giving here. It is based on just how cheap can you actually do stuff and how easy. So like what I'm doing right here, one of my big things is like I see people, even as cheap as it is, a can of like cream of mushroom soup or a can of cream of celery. And I mean, to me, those aren't recipes. Yes, I use cans of this and a bottle of sauce or whatever. I do it. I understand when I can afford it or when I find it on sale. If I am poor, I don't splurge. And in these times when we don't know, I mean, I'm going to be talking about the stimulus checks. If they come, will they, will they come? What if they don't? And anyway, we should live as though we're not going to be getting a handout from anybody. I know some will say it's not a handout, they owe it because they shut us down. I'm not getting into the politics of it. I'm just going to get into, look, here's where we are. If we get a bonus, you know what? A lot of people need it. I need it. If you see where I live, how I live, I mean, I don't want for anything though. I eat very, very well and I eat very, very cheap. And these are the things I'm showing you. What we're doing today is a toasted flour. Basically, this is a dry roux. So if you're going to make a white sauce, like for a cream of anything soup, usually it's two parts, like 2 tablespoons of flour, 2 tablespoons of your fat of choice, typically butter, and then 2 cups of a liquid. Milk, can be broth, can be anything. Starting your basically a soup base or a gravy base. Anyway, if you don't want to fry the flour in the fat, then this is a great option, and it's way faster because you're already cooking the raw flavor out of this. And say I want to do some more like southern style or get like a dark roux, well, I can actually cook this to a caramel. I can cook this to even to a chocolate just by toasting it in my oven, which I'm going to do right now. And I'll take these to a couple of different levels. I'll probably take this one to a medium, like a caramel, and then I'll take the other one, do it a little bit darker, more like you do for more of a southern dish. Anyway, we will get those going, and I'll just kind of update you as they come along. The next video, this may just stream into the whole thing, and I'll put them all together just as one example of one thing you can do to make a quick, cheap, easy meal that, even as cheap as it is to go get you a can of cream of mushroom soup, you can do it so much better without all the extra junk in it. So you're giving your family something way better, and it's just as easy. Literally, take this, a couple tablespoons of this, any seasonings you want to. I like to do for the mushrooms, I'll do dried mushroom, and any seasonings, put them into little baggies and set them aside. I know each one is equivalent to a can of condensed soup. Cost me pennies, and that's still cheaper if you do that, and even like a couple tablespoons, depending on what we're doing, of powdered milk or even cream powder. I've got those. I get these buttermilk powders. A lot of these powdered things you can get for pretty cheap, and they go a long way. You make them into these your own mixes, and it is amazing. It's just as fast, way cheaper, and your ingredient list is just what you wanted in it, nothing else. So anyway, I'm going to get on with this. I might jump in and keep getting back into the stimulus and how we're going to live without it, and how, even if we do get it, how we can stretch it as long as we can. But I'm not just giving you everything that I have. I want to know from all of you, what is it that you're into? What ideas do you have? Have I hit on them? Haven't I? I mean, do you have things that you're getting to help out your family that other people might be able to take advantage of that they're not, and you know of, or you know the secrets of how to get them? Like, see, I'm a single white bachelor male. Not that race seems to have anything to do with it, but I've had higher paying jobs, many higher paying jobs, so it's a little harder to sell me on the benefits of, say, welfare or even cheap medical or anything like that. I just don't really qualify, or I've got to know a lot of the ins and the outs and, you know, show some sort of disability, which I've got issues I don't get into. My eyesight is awful. My joints are totally gone. I'm very arthritic. I was a pretty athletic when I was younger. A lot of skateboarding and beating myself up most of my life. But anyway, we don't need to get into that either. Going way long here. Anyway, I am going to get into this. We will do this as kind of a preview. I'll probably do a live stream of all of this, and the way it's looking, since I've talked so much, I'll probably get into the why we can do things so much cheaper and why we should, and then we can kind of let it build on its own from there. And anyway, here we are. This is one of the first things that's a staple, super easy to make, and extremely cheap. And these are things you don't need to waste gas running to the store. Like I live you know, a good 15-20 minutes away from a store. I don't go very often unless I have to, just to save money. I don't just jump in the store and go grab milk. We go get it and we freeze it, and or buy powdered. But anyway, I'm going to get this going. I will show you. I am setting my oven to 200 degrees, and I'll just keep these stirred. And I'll probably keep mixing them back and forth until I get it to the point where I'm reaching that caramel for one of them. I'll pull the one out, let it cool before I package it up. I'll probably break it out into bags for whatever soup bases, and then I can take each of those soup bases and turn them into gravies, and, you know, soup bases, you know, cream-based soups, whatever it's going to be after that. And I'll probably video that, but I do this often enough that I can throw it in if there's enough requests for it. Right now, I'm just kind of throwing stuff out there. If people start requesting more, I'll go further down the path, but I'm not going to waste everybody's time showing you every little in and out of this if no one even cares. So anyway, like I said, 200 degrees Fahrenheit. I do low and slow when I toast. You can do it faster, but you get so much better results because this is going to slowly dry it, and it's going to very, very slowly come up to whatever color it is you're looking for in your roux. So that jambalaya or whatever you're doing turns out just perfect, or just that beef gravy, or if you want a nice light one for a nice sausage, country sausage gravy, or chicken gravy, any of those, we can do that and easily get the perfect color without overdoing it. And you just stir it. It's really hard to lose these because you can go for 20 minutes longer and you really don't get a lot of color change. And it's not going to ruin your whole batch like if you threw this in at 400 and just kept it stirring the whole time, or tried to toast it in the pan. You can do it. I'm just saying, if you got the time, do it like this. And it makes your house smell awesome. Or in my case, my office / bedroom. I'll probably show that to you one of these days. I mean, literally, this is my work area. My computer area is over here. And my oven is right up here. I'll probably show you that in a little bit. Here's my tortilla press. I got my coffee maker right here. Very awesome coffee maker, by the way. I don't know if it's showing up. It's one of the Keurig things, but man, this thing is so fast. You fill it full of water, and like 30 seconds, you've got, a 2-cup, my big mug. Here it is. Here. This thing fills it right up, like 30 seconds. It's got the reusable Keurig cup thing in there. Does amazing. Anyway, we'll get into all that. If anyone wants to get to know me better, we can. Otherwise, take what information I have and enjoy it. Or, I don't know, talk a bunch of crap like happens in most places. But either way, on we go. I will be right back. Okay, we got my pans in the oven here. I am set 200 degrees here. I've got just the bottom burner on, and I've got a sheet pan right here under this one. And I see I've got that one all the way to the back. This one's all the way to the front. It's going to let the air kind of circulate. It's only heating up right here on this bottom element. And, well, I can touch it because I haven't turned the timer on yet. But anyway, we'll go ahead and do that. Go about a half hour at a time. That way if I forget about it, that's all the further it goes. But anyway, these are in here thin. I will come in stir them up in a half hour, or I'll check them in a half hour. Oh, actually, never mind. That's at 40 minutes. We'll adjust that to 30 just because then I feel safer. Anyway, and you might be able to see some of my shielding because this is all shelving, so I have to put this aluminum foil up and around it. So I only cook what's in the oven and not everything around it, because, like I said, I am in a 12 by 12 bedroom that is literally my bedroom and my office, and there is a kitchen in the house too, but I'd have to set up everything, and I'm doing this at very early in the morning and not going to wake up the entire household to do it. So I've got an exhaust fan built in here too. That keeps the odors blowing outside instead of having all of my housemates have to breathe it all. But anyway, to me it's temporary, and I'm just doing what I've got to do while I need to, and that's why I figure, hey, I may as well show you guys how this all works out for me and how I can eat very well and just live on very, very little. So we'll keep on going. I'll check back with you and let you know how this is coming. Okay, things are toasting along here. Since I brought up my coffee maker, I thought I'd go ahead and let you see just how fast this thing is. There's a little reusable cup thing, got my coffee in it. Push that down, close the lid, and hit start. Let's see. Got a little stopwatch. Probably can't read it though. My guess was about 30 seconds. Hope we don't pop a breaker. Got the oven going up here too, so that's pulling off the same circuit as this. Anyway, very interesting little machine. Puts out piping hot coffee this fast. I don't know how that little thing can even do it, but it takes up almost no space. What brand I decide that was? Chefman? Yeah, Chef Man. Never heard of it. But I bought another one for my dad because he lives in a RV. Well, he's got him a house he's been working on forever, but he's living in the RV in the meantime. But got him one because I was so in love with this one. So I've got another Keurig machine, but man, this one's so tiny and fast. So what are we up to? Okay, I was wrong. Alright, so it's like a minute or something. However long that was. Alright, it's done. Well, okay, can you read that? There. It's done. See? 2 minutes and about 40 seconds. Alright, well. Oh, you know, I just hit a weird button on that. Oh well, doesn't matter. So yeah, it takes like 2.5 minutes then. I thought it was 30 seconds. I was obviously wrong. This is why we do these experiments though, right? Alright, anyway. Still awesome little machine. I think it was like 20 bucks on Amazon. I'll send you a link if you want it. Otherwise, just click on one of my regular links. That'll still give you the cookie. And within 24 hours, anything that you purchase, I'll still get like some pennies for. So you'll help the cause, the crusade, whatever. Help me afford coffee to go in that machine. But be right back. Okay, first 30 minutes are up. Let's see what we have. My sweet dollar store little grabber thingies. Alright, how's that looking? Not much action yet, but definitely getting dried out. Not really smelling any toast yet either. Take this, even it back out in the pan, and grab this one out. Swap these and reverse them. That one can go in here. This one, same thing. Take a look at it. Yeah, we'll give it a little. Get it off the edges. Those are going to burn first, so do that. Kind of just turn it to the middle. And then we just give it a little bit of a shake. And in we go. Right here. Change them up just a little bit. We go back to 30 minutes. And we'll let them go again. We're done. Alrighty. Well, finally done here. I think it went for, I don't know, probably about 3 hours. And I just kept setting the timer at 30 minutes and just kind of coming back, checking on it. You can see this one, I let it go a little bit longer. It's a little bit darker. This one's a little bit lighter. Both these are really kind of a nutty, but they're definitely no flour, raw flour taste left to them. If you want to make some gumbo, anything like that, well, this is probably dark enough, depending on what you're making or how you're making it. But you'd still probably want a little bit darker. Either way, this is still a really good head start if you want to make it a darker roux. But anyway, I do these for all kinds of different soups. I mean, that's a great start. Just use it in place of regular flour, and you're good to go. The thing is, you don't need to sit there and fry this in oil like you would, to cook that raw flavor out of it. This is ready to go. Throw it right in. And if you got enough fat in your dish, just throw the flour in. It'll thicken right up. Going to be doing a cream of mushroom. Yeah, I think that's the first one I'm doing is cream of mushroom. I'm going to show you how to make packets. That's what this whole series I'm working on. Basically the stimulus package, why we probably aren't even getting it, and why we just can't count on it anyway. Let's just go ahead and live on what we can scrape together and just go from there. Anyway, if we get something or that'll help us all out, great. If not, then we share all these ideas on how we survive, and if there's anything anybody knows about out there that's helping them, or knows any secrets or secret programs or things that maybe not so secret, just people don't even know about, let us know. Let's share it. I can set up some groups, or anyone can set up a group over at HomemadeCrusade, and I'm looking for moderators on a lot of those groups too. We can do by region, by however you want to, by country, region. It is wide open and able to do it all. But anyway, here's what we got, and it's not a ton, but like I say, for 2 cups of liquid, you only need 2 tablespoons. So that's your typical, you know, the oil, two tablespoons, or whatever you're doing. Usually it's harder to make less than that anyway. You're basically, it's 2 tablespoons fat, 2 tablespoons flour. You cook the flour in the fat till it starts to kind of brown a little bit, at least gets the raw flour flavor out of it, and then you slowly add, while stirring, your 2 cups of liquid. It can be broth, it could be milk, can be pretty much anything. So, and you just kind of learn it, but that's your basic kind of to get to a nappe, you know, where you coach the back of a spoon. But anyway, that's that. Hope you like, comment, subscribe. Come see me and over at HomemadeCrusade.com, and let's get going. Trying to think if I'm forgetting anything. Yeah, that should do it. All right, love y'all. See ya.